Hey guys, it's a Feather Bubble here, and this is patch 35 of the forest. 5 logs, 15 sticks, 1 rope, makes a catapult. Fires rocks currently, but they said that they were gonna put some more ammo in there. Like fish they gave as example. You see it's locked between the 2 wood points. You can also see approximately where you're aiming. The rocks do appear where you fired, so you can go pick up your ammo again. And it auto-loads once you've loaded into the basket that's in front. Took 3 hits to kill the cowman. A new menu. It looks really nice. And it'll tell you like who you're playing as. And there's also the menu inside the game itself with a nice blur. They've made it so you can pick stuff up faster. So throwing spears and hunting and all that's going to be really nice. These have a better collision. I'm going to assume that means cannibals will be climbing up them better as well, so they might not be as safe to hide up on. Yeah, so you can't carry logs in the water anymore. That might make certain bases a little bit harder. You'll probably need to use a raft, and you can build a log holder on it. Berry bushes now respawn to you walking in it. But if you look closely, there's a bunch of thorns in that berry bush. I don't know if you want to be doing that. Squirrels and most birds will now drop small generic meat, which can be cooked at a fire with less stats than a regular generic meat. It can be good in a pinch. There is a change to the first person walking and crouching animations, just a bit more polish on them. When you crouch, I don't know if you knew, but you can paste multiple buildings without going back to your book. And there is now an icon to show you that you're crouching. There is a new death scene. Nom 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 nom. Day survived 0, so pro. Alright, and like usual, we will go to the list portion. If you'd like, you can skip to the end. I will add an annotation. New art added, Fig Tree Redo. Added a dodge animation to the regular cannibal types. We've seen this in the last patch, so expect cannibals to be a little bit harder to kill now. Added door visual to Legacy Wall, Doorway Ghost. Added missing collision to Beach Anchor, better held position of the spear in multiplayer, and better held position of Toy Head pickup. Blood now washes off the body and weapons when crouched in shallow water. You don't have to submerge yourself anymore. Cave changes. Bloody table and robot toy part are now dynamic. Fix cave blocker intersection with cave 7 entrance. Fix dead body intersection with pedestal in cave 5. Loose heads and headless body now have sound if you hit them. Creepy mutants will attack walls and structures more often when they are blocking the way, so be careful of that. Custom effigies can now always be lit even if they have nothing on them, and the effect will be 0 if they're empty. Cutting down a tree that has a ghost building attached to it will now probably destroy it in single player. Dynamic trunk / leaf bending added to falling trees. Loading on distance. Fixed inside of plane vanishing from distance. Added new LEDs for anchor and big dead wood to stop them popping on. Fixed camping chairs pop on distance. Fixed tennis team corpses popping on. Fixed dead seaweed popping on. Now stipples on. Maple trees are now burnable. Now saving which garden blueberries have already been used, so the gardens no longer respawn fully at yield. Rock-based fires will leave a ghost behind that you can rebuild after they break apart. Toggling partially filled defensive walls and defensive wall gate now drop back the same amount it would have if the ghost had been cancelled. Trap reset triggers now use a 3D sheen billboard icon instead of a 2D icon. Tree structure ghost destroyed through removal of tree now drops back same amount it would have if the ghost had been cancelled. Updated crafting pages in survival book. White tents no longer climbable with climbing axe. Wintertop heavy tree has new fire points. Yacht and Caver magazine kept in notes of the survival book is now a ripped piece of cover. Now we're on to the more fixie-like changes. Clients may now burn trees even if away from the host. Consuming blueberries in a garden no longer removes the whole bush, and instead each individual berry can be used as expected. Fix adding first material to repair buildings not refreshing display. Fix an issue with streamed cave props causing lag on remote endpoints. Fix birds flying into fires for client. Fix bug with Steam lobby displaying very few public games. Cave map positioning on rope players and remove the fully revealed map material. Client resetting happy birthday trap while in its trigger causing trap to be sprung on the host side but not the client side. Clients being unable to deal melee damage to Armsy. I've had that one. Delayed action icon, the white circle filling in the black, sometimes staying up when the action was first completed by another player, like resetting traps. First tick of toggling wall addition not going to window. Head bomb exploding when dropped from picking up in metal tray while fall. Yeah, that one's funny. A high CPU usage when loading old saves with tree structures attached to trees that no longer exist. Loading a save game inside a yacht as a client, causing the player to swim and see the ocean through the yacht. Missing mud after rains for client. Player count stuck at 1 for clients. I'm not sure what that means. Player's weapon fire not following weapon perfectly on remote avatar. Now spawning correct amount of overflown items when trying to pick up from a metal tray while full. Now syncing rotation of fire or particle should better follow weapons. Fixed dying by crocodile breaking respawn in multiplayer. Ouch. That's a good fix. Fixed overflow dynamites fake drop from picking up in trade and exploding. Added book close sound effect. Added new sound effect when player blocks. Improved and balanced bird chirp sound effects. Tuned volume and distance setting for mutant corpse burning on campfire. If you haven't had the chance to hear that, you definitely should. It's a really nasty boily skin flush. Yeah, you should just listen to it. Performance section. Massively lowered physics per frame allocation cost. Optimized inventory animator scripting cost. Reduced allocations involved in tree burning process. Fixed arm mesh poking through sleeves on player model. Arrow combined with bow losing its bonus. Attempting to climb rope while sitting on a bench breaking player animations. Automated removal of multi-view items from the crafting mat when closing inventory. Batching items in the inventory being limited to the amount of views in inventory. Birds landing on hand breaking the lighting campfire sequence. Blocking animation breaking sitting on bench. Bone fence collider height stacking on other buildings on top of it shouldn't leave a huge vertical gap anymore. Bonfire not lightable after going out of fuel. Camera shaking continuously if grabbing a rope while falling. I had somebody who was constantly saying their camera was shaking, so I think they'll be really glad to hear that one. Cave map sometimes not loading correctly. Cave map sometimes not loading correctly from saves. Crocodiles owning the player in one hit. Crosses on wooden walls sometimes hanging in the air after the wall was broken. I don't know what breaking is. Destroying nested buildings from old saves, causing damage to parent structure. They no longer propagate any damage if not having the right destruction set up. Exploding wood particles and chopped trees, pushing players around. Fish sometimes swimming through yacht. Heavy axe behaving like a stick if swung while jumping. Log pickup sometimes having the E action visible from far away. Log sled movement glitches when driven over a happy birthday trap. Oysters starting from the none decay state. Picking up held only items like small rocks while holding logs, causing the small rock to disappear. Now logs, not locks, will be dropped and other item will be equipped. Player being able to walk along the ocean floor while underwater. Plating in vegan mode, clearing out a cave for good. Sapling to fading on too close to player. Setting the default arrow type to use with the bow on crafting mat. Single/first arrow not upgrading like others. Skull lamp sometimes not visible after loading a save game. Fix taking damage when going through legacy wall with door. Toggling defensive wall gates increasing log count and build mission. And finally, yacht windows reflecting trees has been fixed. A load of fixes, load of quality of life changes, and we got a freaking catapult. So that was patch 35 of The Forest. Thank you In-Night Games for regularly updating the game, and thank you for watching. If you have any questions or you want to see something in the future, let me know in the comments. Look forward to seeing the next video, and take care everyone.